Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, I am Maddie, or known as Maddie Reads on the internet, and in today's video, we will be doing my October reading wrap-up. So basically, these are all the books that I read in October, and I'm here to give you my ratings, my thoughts, my feelings. Basically, as much as I can give you without spoiling the plot, because you may want to read these books for yourselves, you may not. I'm going to personally tell you if I would recommend them to you, if I wouldn't. These are just, again, my personal opinions. You should all make opinions for yourselves and not based off somebody else's opinion. So, yeah. This is just my personal feelings. Now, it could be completely different for you, but just do your thing, okay? So without further ado, let's get into today's video. The first book that I read this month was To All the Boys That I've Loved Before by Jenny Han, and that is her other series, which is called To All the Boys I Loved Before, and it basically follows a girl named Laura Jean who, ever since she was little, writes letters to all the guys that she has crushes on. And after she writes her letter, that's like her saying, I'm done with this crush, like it's over. Like I've been through that period of phase and that phase is now over. And she kept it in this hat box. And her little sister one day found it and mailed it out to all of the guys. So there were 5 guys in total that she wrote a letter to. So basically we follow Laura Jean as she goes through these completely situations with all these guys finding out and knowing what's going on, and guys that like she doesn't even talk to anymore, they're like are sending her letters back, and it's like a whole like complete like story and everything. I haven't watched the movie, but I want to watch all the movies. But I thought it was a really good book. I personally love Jenny Han's writing, The Summer I Turned Pretty. I just think her writing is super quick and easy and like lighthearted, and there's like no extra work required for it. So I really like that part about it. I gave this book 4 stars. It's a good beginning book, like for a series, because like certain series do better, not better, but like there's a lot rides on the beginning book of a series, because if you don't like the beginning book, you're not going to continue with the series, but if you do, you're going to continue. So you have to make that beginning book good enough that it's going to capture readers and that they're going to want to come back and read more. So personally, I thought it was one of those books that made me want to keep on reading. It kept me right on the edge of my seat with like all the romance subplots and just the other like emotional subplots in the book. There's definitely a lot more grief in the book than I expected, but all of Jenny Han's books have some underlining like theme of that. But yeah, I thought it was really well written and it was very good. And so I definitely recommend it. It's quick and easy read. The next book that I read this month was Wild Card by Elsie Silver, which is her newest book in the Rose Hill series, and it came out September 2nd, I want to say, and I gave it 4 stars as well. I love Elsie Silver's writing. It's super easy to comprehend and follow. Like, let's say you just read a super long book, like over 600 pages. Yes, this book is 400, but it's not going to feel like 400 pages because of how quick and easy it is. It sucks you in right from the beginning and you don't want to put it down. And that's one thing that I love about her writing, because all of her books are like that. She starts you, like she gets you, and she takes you and she runs with the plot. And it's great. Like her books are 400 pages long, but you were entertained the whole book. Wild Card was my least favorite out of the whole series. Personally, I liked Wild Love, the first book, the best, but yeah, I don't know. There were a couple of things in the book that just kind of like didn't sit right with me. There's just some comments in there that kind of made me, I don't know, I didn't really like it a lot per se. I don't know, it didn't really sit right. Like just my personal feelings. But besides that, I thought it was a great book, and it was really entertained, and there was a bunch of like awareness within the book, so I think she did well in that part too. But yeah. And then the next book that I read this month was actually a 5-star read, and I wanted to read it for the new movie that was coming out in October that came out, and that is Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. These are on my tabs. I absolutely loved this book so much. I just devoured it. Like, this book is one of the most sweet felt and sweetheart books that I've ever read. Also gut-wrenching and extremely sad at the same time. Like, I didn't want to put this down either. That's another thing. Colleen Hoover sucks you in immediately. That's why I love her writing, and it's super easy to flow. This book, 300 pages, didn't feel like that. I love this book so much, and I still think about this book to this day, and this book hits home. Basically, Regretting You follows a mother and a daughter. The mother's name, is Morgan. I forgot her name. But the mother's name is Morgan, and her daughter is Clara. And, you know, they have this perfect life. Like, Morgan has her best friend, Ginny, and then Morgan has this husband named Chris. And an accident happens at the beginning of the book, and Clara and Morgan's life kind of start to unfold, and they basically have to find themselves through all of these events that have happened, and some of these events are pretty questionable as to who was involved and who was I'm trying to use the right words, I don't spoil it. I don't know. It just, on the back of the book, and this is like the only sentence I can probably read you, but that piece is shattered when Chris is involved in a tragic and questionable accident. The heartbreaking and long-lasting consequences will reach far beyond just Morgan and Clara. So basically, Chris gets in an accident with somebody else. I'm not gonna say, because once you read it, it'll probably make sense. And then basically Morgan and Clara are picking up the pieces and trying to form their relationship back together. And it's really sweet because it's, I don't know, just very like mother and daughter, and along the way, Morgan meets someone else, and so does Clara. But in those, and you, it like, whenever I say that, like, I know like it sounds like it doesn't make sense, but like, you just have to read the book to understand. That's the only thing I can say. But yes, I love this book so much. Then the next book I read this month was Sky Shade by Alex Astor, and I gave this book 4.5 stars. I have a couple of tabs in here. Honestly, this is the third book of the Lightlark series, and I really liked it. Personally, my personal ranking is Lightlark, Sky Shade, and then Nightbane. Yeah, I don't know. There's a couple of things in this book. I have a reel about this book. So just go check that out before you read this book, I would just say. But yeah, I love this book. This book really made me think, oh, am I Team Grimm or am I Team Oro? Like, this book was like, I don't know who to choose at this point, because both of them are getting good. Like, at the beginning, it's so crazy, because it's like, the beginning, it's like, oh, it's totally her and Grimm. No, now it's Grimm and now it's her and Oro. Well, no, now it's her and Grimm, now it's her and Oro. Like, it's so back and forth that, like, you don't know. And I don't know, it just keeps you on the edge of your seat. That's the only way that I can really describe this. But highly recommend. I also wanted to read this because the fourth book comes out in December, Crown Tide. And the guys, there's 5 books. So this book comes out and I read it, and there's only one more left. Like, I actually can't with the series. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. But yeah, that's this little guy right here. Okay, but yeah, anyway, I gave this book 4.5. I don't know if I already said that, but I really recommend this book. All of these books this month, I recommend all of them. But I really recommend this book. I really like it, and I think you should at least try the Lightlark series. The Lightlark series is about a ruler named Isla. There are 5 rulers, and every 100 years, this island called Lightlark appears. And each time that it appears, one of the rulers has to die in order to break the curses. Now, this hasn't happened in the last couple of 500 years, but the centennial is different, and all 5 rulers are attending, not just the 4. So we have that little extra plot added in. It's just so good, guys. Like, you have to give it a chance. I love this series so much, and I just keeps you on the edge of your seat. The romance is great. The plot building and like the plot twist is just like crazy in this book. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. And not even like in this book specifically, there is a big plot twist in this one though. But just like in general, like her plot twists are crazy. Like, all of them are just so crazy. I can't with the plot twist anymore. Alex asked her, "What do you do to me?" Okay, all right, and then the last book I read this month, I gave this book, this one is 2 different parts, so I'll give you like the 2 separate ratings, but it's one book together, and that is the Grimm and Oro Dueling Editions book. And you see it flips both sides, and it's really cool and shimmery. This is its case, so I will take it out of its case. This is Grimm's side, and this is Oro's side. It's so pretty and cute. And the artwork on Grimm's side, and then the artwork on Oro's side. But yeah, we'll talk about Oro first, since I read Oro's first, because Alex Astor said it would be better if you read his first. So I read his first. Honestly, I really liked his side. It gave a lot of insight and a lot of perspective, and it was great. Like, there's so much backstory that you learn in this book that, like, I think is so important to the story. If you skip this book, you are insane, because you have to read Oro's side first, in my opinion. It makes sense. It's great. There's so much like world building in this one, and plot, and again, plot twist. His side is great, and I loved his side very much, even though I'm not personally a Team Oro fan. But yes, so I gave his side 4 stars because it was just great. And then Grimm's side, I gave his 4.5. Again, I loved his side. It was a lot more romance focused, I would say, for Grimm. Again, world building, inside character thoughts. I love this book because we got both of their perspectives and both of their feelings and thoughts, and personally, I love seeing that. I'm more of a character person, and I love getting to know what characters think and feel, and I just love being inside their minds. Like, it just really, like, getting to know their inner personalities and how they think. And we see a lot more scenes in this one from the other books, but in his side. Same with Oro, but more so in Grimm's, and I just really loved it. But yeah, I just really love both their stuff, so I really think you should read it. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. Remember to please like, follow, comment down below if you have any videos that you want to see me do. If you like this video, if you want me to go more in depth about one of these books, I will. And just let me know all your thoughts and feelings. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!